Hello, today we are visiting with author Gene Foster, author of 9 books on spiritual enrichment which were first published 25 years ago. The first title, The God-Mind Connection, recently went through its 5th printing as these books continue to be available worldwide. Gene, please tell us briefly about you.
About me. All right, I'm always considered myself, maybe in retrospect, as a spiritual seeker, and I wanted answers to questions. And this is what has impelled my life, I would say, how to get answers to these questions. I grew up in the Methodist Church and had a lot of questions developed, and that's to the church's credit, I think, to inspire questions within me that needed answers. My mistake was thinking the church could answer them. And what I should have been doing was to go within. And that is something I learned. I learned how to meditate, go within. And actually I learned these things by doing them. And finally, these books appeared on my horizon. And as a journalism major, I was interested in writing. I wanted to write something of significance and to tell people about them. I didn't say spiritual significance in the beginning, but that's what it turned out to be.
So, what impact has being the writer of these books had on you over these past 25 years?
I've learned a lot, and I'd say I keep learning in writing the books. Each book brings its main theme, and it details that theme so that I had to stop every so often in the writing in order to absorb what it was that I was writing down. And I'd rewrite or reread it, and I learned a lot. And then finally, when I was doing workshops, I met a lot of interesting people. And I learned to listen to people instead of talk all the time. Actually, people are more interested in you listening to them. We all need good listeners. And then speak, finally, when they're ready to be listeners. So I learned those things in going out and among many people.
So today then, what would you say your thoughts are on the relevancy of these books now 25 years later?
I know they're very relevant. They were relevant then, only when I first wrote them, I was a bit fearful as they were published because of my, I didn't want to stir up controversy, and I thought, oh, they're going to be controversial. They seem anti-church. That bothered me a great deal because I grew up in church. I've come to believe they are not, but at that time I thought they were. And then I began to realize people were reading them and finding reassurance of one kind or another. It surprised me a lot as to what they found in the books. They each found something for them. And that's the miracle, I think, of these books, is that it speaks to the individual.
Fascinating. Thank you, Gene.